Ancient. Ancient referring to something that is extremely old or something that existed for a very long time. My city has a lot of ancient buildings. I love ancient history. Democracy originated in ancient Greece. Petroleum has been important since ancient times. The power of an ancient is beyond anything humans can understand. This practice was more common in ancient time than it is now. Ancient referring to something that is extremely old or something that existed for a very long time. Echo. Echo when a sound or noise is duplicated as a result of it bouncing off a surface. The house was so large and empty that I could speak in a normal voice and it would produce an echo. The hall echoed with the sounds of children shouting and laughing. The hammer fell to the floor, and the sound echoed throughout the silence. The sound of the car crash echoed through the tunnel. Is near. There is an Indian proverb which states that the voice of the poor has no echo. Echo when a sound or noise is duplicated as a result of it bouncing off a surface. Enormous. Enormous, very large in size, quantity or extent. Russia is an enormous country, the largest in the world. She lives in an enormous house, with 10 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms and an indoor swimming pool. Priyanka Chopra is an Indian actress who has become enormously popular throughout the world. I have received an enormous bunch of flowers today. I have an enormous appetite today. Enormous, very large in size, quantity or extent. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, a person who organizes and manages a business undertaking, assuming the risk for the sake of the profit. That is why entrepreneur innovation plays such a vital role in your online marketing. A skilled entrepreneur understands not only how businesses work, but also how to motivate people. If you are going to be successful as an entrepreneur, you must have an intimate knowledge of your target market. As an entrepreneur just starting out, everything seemed so daunting and overwhelming. The new venture was financed by a group of entrepreneurs. The company is owned by a group of entrepreneurs who started it right after the war. Entrepreneur, a person who organizes and manages a business undertaking, assuming the risk for the sake of the profit. Extraordinary. Extraordinary, remarkable, exceptional. The researchers made an extraordinary discovery. What an extraordinary genius he is. At the end of the contest, one extraordinary singer will be crowned the idol. Our chefs are extraordinary, she said. The Prime Minister did many extraordinary things to improve the relations among India and Pakistan. Extraordinary, remarkable, exceptional. Extravagant. Extravagant, outrageous, exceeding normal bounds. My friend's wedding was an extravagant affair. Her diamond necklace was far too extravagant for a simple dinner party. Waste of time is the most extravagant and costly of all expenses. Would it be too extravagant to wear this dress? He had a wildly extravagant lifestyle. That was very extravagant of you to wear those earrings in this small occasion. Extravagant, outrageous, exceeding normal bounds. Massage. Massage, the rubbing and kneading of muscles and joints of the body with the hands, especially to relieve tension or pain. If you are a masseuse, your massage oils might come from Indonesia. My sister massages my body whenever I have a body ache. She gave me a great massage. The old woman massaged her legs to warm them up. A good massage certainly helps to relieve stress. Massage, the rubbing and kneading of muscles and joints of the body with the hands, especially to relieve tension or pain. Monotonous. Monotonous, dull, tedious, lacking in variety and interest. The song was nice, but it could sound monotonous if played repeatedly. The producer introduced many characters in the drama just to save it from being monotonous. I am quitting this monotonous job. Everyone complains about my tuition teacher's uninteresting and monotonous lectures. When studying for my exam became too monotonous, I took a short break. Monotonous, dull, tedious, lacking in variety and interest. Moron. Moron, a stupid person. My cousin is a moron. He was a real moron. That moron thought he was. She really had her guard up, causing him to wonder if some moron had just dumped her. "You're a dirty moron," I said. Moron, a stupid person. Mythology. Mythology, a group of stories from an area or country's people, and it usually includes gods or goddesses. My best friend is much interested in Greek mythology. The pioneer and the country are part of the national mythology. In Greek mythology, the species become associated with numerous gods. Known in Greek mythology for being the god of thunder and sky, Zeus's main symbol was a lightning bolt. Students learned about the dangerous creatures while studying Greek mythology in their literature class. Mythology, a group of stories from an area or country's people, and it usually includes gods or goddesses. Necrology. Necrology, a list of people who have died within a certain period, as that in a newspaper. My mother's necrology was posted online so that everyone could see what a wonderful person she was. The necrology of Hitler included his accomplishments, life, and his wars. Since the family was wealthy, the necrology of their mother stated to give money to charity. Everyone realized from the necrology that Mary's wake and funeral would be held on Monday. Necrology, a list of people who have died within a certain period, as that in a newspaper. Obsession. Obsession, the control of one's thoughts about something or someone. You are my obsession. He was completely obsessed by one persistent thought. Parents grew concerned when their teenager's cell phone seemed to be more of an obsession than just a useful device. I have to wonder why he's so obsessed with her. Celebrities live a life of wealth and fame which seems to create an obsession by some of their fans who want to have lives just like them. Obsession, the control of one's thoughts about something or someone. Privilege. Privilege, an advantage or source of pleasure granted to a person. It's my privilege to be here. I feel very privileged to have had the chance to work with such a great person. Our credit card users have certain privileges, such as discounts at certain stores, travel insurance, etc. At one time only men had the privilege of voting. Equal rights and privileges are guaranteed to all Indian citizens. I am very privileged to live in such a wonderful country. Privilege, an advantage or source of pleasure granted to a person. Sophistry. Sophistry, the use of clever but false arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. While the claim in the weight loss ad sounds real, it is actually sophistry from a marketing department that hopes to sell a product at any cost. John tried to use sophistry to hide his illegal actions from the tax agency. That is sophistry, pure and simple. This exposes the sophistry of that position. He should have some sophistry somewhere to apply. "Humphrey, that is all sophistry, and you know it," said his wife. Sophistry, the use of clever but false arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. Supernatural. Supernatural, something of the world, scary things that are not natural or normal. The Supernatural Light Show produced many theories but was never solved by scientists. He writes short stories with a touch of the supernatural. I like any kind of American crime thriller or supernatural drama. The way to the supernatural lies through the natural. Do you have any supernatural abilities? Supernatural, something of the world, scary things that are not natural or normal. Supersonic. Supersonic, a speed that travels faster than sound. There was a huge bang, it sounded like a supersonic jet. Capable of flying faster than the speed of sound, that jet was considered the first supersonic jet. These planes travel at supersonic speeds. It includes 200 supersonic air-to-air missiles and military communication equipment. Supersonic flight can travel faster than the speed of sound. Supersonic, a speed that travels faster than sound. Superstitious. Superstitious, showing faith in magic and chance. A superstitious person believes breaking a mirror brings 7 years of bad luck. I didn't know you were superstitious. She was superstitious, as the people of that period usually were. Some superstitious people in America believe that if a black cat crosses your path, you'll have bad luck. Superstitious, showing faith in magic and chance.